In battle, he accidentally severed her hair. She knelt, whispering, "Now I must serve you for life." The war between the humans and the Xeranthi had raged for decades, fueled by old wounds, clashing ideals, and misunderstandings so deep they became law. Captain Roran Myles never imagined he'd find anything but enemies in the scorched valleys of Sector V9. His mission had been simple: hold the line, push the invaders back. But war is never simple, and fate rarely obeys orders. The battle had been brutal. Screams echoed between stone ridges as human infantry clashed with Xeranthi warriors, towering figures in gleaming armor, their silver-white hair braided with metal strands of rank and memory. Captain Roran was in the thick of it, deflecting a bladed staff with his plasma sword. The Xeranthi woman he fought was fast, fierce, and silent. Her strikes came like lightning. Her eyes burned like twin moons. Then it happened, a slip in footing, a twist of angle. Instead of slicing across her armor, his blade struck higher. Her braid fell, cleanly severed. The world seemed to stop. The Xeranthi woman froze. Her weapon dropped. She sank to her knees. Roran stepped back, stunned. "I didn't mean—" She pressed her forehead to the dirt. Her voice was soft but steady. "I am yours. For life." Her name was Velesh of House and Kara. She was a war-born elite, heir to a long line of warrior women. Among the Xeranthi, hair was more than appearance. It was sacred, a living testament to honor, bloodline, and battle victories. A warrior's braid was only cut by a chosen master or in shame, and never by accident, except this time. Roran sat across from her in the medical tent, his armor half off, his mind spinning. "I didn't know," he said for the third time. Velesh looked up from where she knelt, her silver hair now tied short behind her neck. "I know. You don't have to serve me." She didn't flinch. "By your blade, my braid fell. My code is clear. Your code is insane." Her eyes narrowed slightly. "So is yours. You charge headfirst into gunfire to protect comrades. What is that, if not madness made holy?" He sighed. They were at an impasse. Days passed. She refused to leave his side. She trained in silence beside his men. Ate only after he did. Took no orders unless they came from him. The others watched her warily. She had nearly killed half the squad days ago. Now she polished their boots. Roran didn't like it. Not because she was dangerous, but because she was sad. "Velesh," he said one night after the fire died down, "do you miss your people?" "I lost them the moment my braid fell," she replied. "That shouldn't mean exile. To me, it means rebirth." He looked at her. For the first time, her eyes weren't sharp. They were tired. "Did you want to die that day?" he asked quietly. She didn't answer. They fought together after that, not as master and servant, but side by side. Roran had never known someone so deadly, so precise. She saved his life twice. Once by catching a blade. Once by breaking a sniper's neck with her bare hands. "I thought you said you served me," he muttered afterward. "I do," she said. "But serving doesn't mean letting you die like a fool." They laughed. The others began to accept her. She slept near the fire, but never let her weapons out of reach. She spoke little but listened always. When a soldier panicked in battle, it was Velesh who guided him back. "You're not like what they say about your people," Roran told her one night. "They say the same about yours," she replied. Then came the order. Roran's unit was being relocated, deep behind enemy lines. Extraction impossible. Stealth required. He was ready, until he read the second page. Xeranthi collaborators to be neutralized on sight. Velesh. He confronted the command officer. "She's not a threat," he growled. "She's Xeranthi." came the cold reply. Orders are orders. He nearly struck the man. Velesh pulled him aside. You don't need to fight for me, she said softly. I'm not letting them touch you. She looked down. My braid is gone. My past with it. If I must die serving, I will. No, he said, voice shaking. You'll live, because that's how I honor you. Her eyes widened. Honor me? Yes. You've saved my life. 10 times over. You're not my servant. You're my equal. She looked at him for a long time, and then, slowly, she reached into her belt and unwrapped something. A silver cord. The last fragment of her severed braid. She tied it around his wrist. You speak like a warrior of my people, she said, so I will serve no longer. He blinked. You're free? She shook her head. I was never bound. I just needed to see if you were worthy. They vanished after that. The unit moved on, but Captain Roran and the Xeranthi woman were listed as MIA. Whisper spread. A human soldier and his former enemy, seen together, leading small strikes, breaking prison camps, freeing both human and Xeranthi captive alike. 2 blades, 1 cause. In time, some began calling them the severed and the saved. Years later, when the peace treaty was finally signed, 2 figures stood at the edge of the ruins. He wore an old uniform, faded. She wore no braid, only a short cord on her wrist tied to his. I still remember the day you struck me. Velesh said, I told you, Roran replied. It was an accident. She smiled. No, it was destiny. And together they walked forward, not as servant and master, but as something else entirely.